Hello and welcome to Staying Ahead of the Curve. I'm Jeff Snyder with Kamak Retirement Group, and joining me today is Elaine Sarsynski from MassMutual Retirement Services. Elaine, it's great to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Speaking specifically about retirees, I think you probably know successful attributes or characteristics of retirees that lend to success. Any thoughts around? You mentioned, if you start early, save more, you're going to be in a better spot 30 years later. Sure. Anything else that you've picked up on through looking at the data on your record-keeping system?
Yeah. Well, we just launched late last year some terrific research around retirees and pre-retirees, and we really wanted to figure out how people were feeling when they were 5 to 15 years before retirement, and then post-retirement, 5 to 15 years post-retirement. So we did some great research with about 1,900 people or so, evenly split between the pre-retiree and post-retiree, and they were split by gender as well. So we had a female and a male perspective. And what we found out overall is that before retirement, people are kind of anxious. They're anxious, they're a little bit frustrated, they're concerned, will they be able to adapt in retirement appropriately? And what we found as well at this point is about 50% of our respondents in the survey actually retired before they anticipated. And this could be because of perhaps work changes or changes in their health or changes in their family needs, whatever it happens to be. So we found that they had a high likelihood of retiring earlier than planned, and they were really getting concerned about what retirement looked like. So then in terms of our interviews and feedback from the retirees, basically what they said is, we are happy because we did a lot of planning, we made sure we understood Social Security, we understood our health care needs, and those retirees that actually took the time to plan prior to retirement, that was the pool that really were the happiest. Overall, about 75% of the retirees after the first 5 years or so of retirement were actually very, very happy. About 75% of people said, this is great, we're enjoying our retirement. So when we go back to preparing financially, that's absolutely important. The Social Security needs and the health care needs, those are all very important. Also, though, we learned that there's an emotional component to retirement. And those people that pre-retirees, when they focused on reestablishing their relationships with significant others, perhaps picking up some new hobbies, looking forward to making new friends, really thinking about what retirement might mean for them, maybe establishing relationships with retirees so that they can learn from their colleagues. All of these emotional types of areas also are just as important, so that when you make the change into retirement, it's really going to be quite enjoyable as long as you plan financially and as long as you reestablish emotional ties and really look for some outside activities.
Recent market events, a lot of volatility the last several months, creates a lot of trepidation. I'm sure that's one of the reasons why people have a little, heart-skipping moments over the last couple periods of time.
Yeah, I think it's certainly anxiety over, am I going to be financially prepared? But again, if people prepare, if they think about their retirement needs, if they perhaps are focused on managing their expenses so that they really know what they're spending money on, when they go into retirement, they have a better perspective on what they might be doing relative to their finances, as well as I said, their relationships. And what we did learn is, the longer you were retired, so some of those folks that were out 10 and 15 years in retirement, actually they get very adaptable. And so many of them during various focus groups talked about the fact that they were very creative in how they managed their expenses. They became really very adept at it. So for example, some of the folks said, well, I love to play golf, so I started to work at a golf course, and I now play golf 3 times a week for free. A woman was talking about her experience in theater. She loves to go to shows, but of course a Broadway show might be very expensive, so what she ended up doing is volunteering at local theaters, seeing all sorts of theater. So again, you can be very creative about how you enjoy your retirement years, and you can actually be quite thrifty as well.
Yeah, and you're really redefining retirement. I think that's, I think when we first started working, we had this thought about sitting on a rocking chair with the grandkids on the porch somewhere, just kind of laying back. But really it's about finding what motivates you, what your passion is, and maybe it's a change in gears. So you reach retirement and you've accumulated this nest egg, and now you're beginning the next phase of your life. And that really is, it's, you know, to your point about emotions, but also it's all about mindset.
It's all about mindset, and you know, the Japanese refer to this as your second life. And you know, I know that as a pre-retiree baby boomer, I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully I've done the planning, and I've reestablished a lot of my friendships that I might have let go to the wayside, particularly college friends that I've reconnected with. And I'm really looking forward to it, particularly given that this research is suggesting so many retirees are absolutely happy.
Well, this is so exciting. I'm hoping that we can come back in the future, talk about the research, the practical application, what the clients are doing. Elaine Sarsynski, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.